Cool. So
I'm
what's
loopy, but that helps.
your Loopy, the Lucio?
Yep.
Loopy the Lucio. Nice. First thing that I always okay, so I want to ask what is the current rank?
I'm gold 1.
Gold one, not bad. So basically average, slightly above average probably if you're bordering
Yep.
plat. Um, how long have you been playing Overwatch for? Since Overwatch 2 or Overwatch 1?
Overwatch 2,
Okay, that's not bad at all then. Gold 1,
but
yeah.
the first season I didn't play any competitive.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. So there's a lot of fundamentals that you have to learn in Overwatch. The first thing that I cover is compositions. Any VOD review that I do, I look at the team compositions. So we're playing into a Zen, Moira, Bastion, Doomfist, Symmetra. That is a comp with not a lot of synergy, so they're going to benefit a lot off of individual matchups, individual battles. We're going to be confused a lot of the time. That's kind of how the comp works. Is that a fair judgment? Like, were you confused at a lot of points in this map?
Yeah, I switched to Ana later on, and I couldn't do anything with that either.
Mm. Yeah. So the reason why I say that is because Doomfist obviously goes in and out. Symmetra goes in and out. Um,
Mhm.
Zenyatta is obviously like high damage threat. Bastion also high damage threat. Moira is also a character that goes in and out. There's not much synergy, not much like coordination between these characters. It's not a good comp in general. A well organized team will beat this every single time, but
That's
yeah.
not what we made.
Similarly, our team is slightly better structured. If you see a Mercy on your team, personally, I wouldn't lock in Lucio, even though the map is good for Lucio. That's only because Mercy has to stay with her Pharah here at all times, and that means that you're having to heal
I'm
the
only
diva.
I'm only very good at Ana and Lucio, and I
Hmm.
really don't like Ana for this kind of objective that much.
Okay, that's fair. In my personal opinion, if you play the Ana and stick with the diva, it would probably be better for the team. Just
Okay.
because you have something of high healing output. When you're picking characters, you should solely base it off of, okay, what is my other healer's healing output like? If you have a Zen, a Brig, or a Mercy, you would probably want to play the Ana. Whereas if you have like a Kiriko or a Moira or an Ana or a Baptiste, then you should be fine to play the Lucio, just because Lucio's healing output is kind of poor.
Yeah.
Um,
At the end of all this, if you could then, like, suggest based on my playstyle, another healer to learn.
yeah, sure, sure. I can do that. But yeah, so you're just gonna have to be speeding around the diva whilst the Farah pops off. You just need to try and keep the diva and the Sombra alive. You guys could coordinate dives, but I don't know. Our diva might just
Nobody
get
has
burnt.
Nick,
Yeah, that
as
seems to be
usual.
a common issue with just Overwatch in general. Alright, so the matchup. Okay, the Symmetra matchup. You never really want to engage her full on. The Symmetra matchup on Lucio is always going to be boop away and run, boop away and run. You don't really want
Okay.
to duel Symmetra. There's characters that you don't want to duel, but you can duel at a decent range. And those characters
Okay.
are Symmetra, they're Reaper, they're... Do you see what I'm trying to get at? The
Yeah.
characters that will literally just burn you. Um, you started off the interaction fairly well. The engagement, I didn't like the engagement. You kind of not lacked spatial awareness, but didn't really consider team at all. If you actually rewind it again, you don't really look at anything other than the opponents you're running onto.
Okay.
Um, so you see the Doomfist, you boop, that's fine. Look, you just run in with like no context of what's going on behind you. That's the only thing that I don't like about this.
Okay.
Now, in this situation, I would see the Symmetra and automatically stop wall riding and just try and spam her out. Because at this range, it's a 50-50 with who wins, right? She can spam you, you can spam her. That's fine. But suddenly, at this range, with the pocket of the Moira plus the damage of the Moira on you, there's no way you kill both of them here.
Okay.
So after this boop, so for best case scenario, you stay there, don't engage. Second best case scenario, you accidentally go a bit too far, you boop her away, you create distance. With that distance, you run back to your team. Because when you're with your diva, when you're stacked, you're safe. Whereas this range is not ideal.
Okay.
And I do believe, personally, I'm a Lucio player as well, right? I'll show you my hours. If my game decides to load. This is not a good sign already. That does not fill me with... That does not fill me with confidence at all. But if my game... Okay, if my game decides to load... this... I got bumped down to Plat 2 from Masters 3, which is very cringe. Currently Diamond 3. Games are not going well. 24, lost 29. Games are not going well at all. But look at my Lucio hours. Like, I'm a Lucio player. I'm a Lucio and a player at the most. So... this will be very beneficial for you.
Awesome.
But me personally, after I create the distance, I amp speed away. You amp heals. I would amp speed away because these characters, their damage over time, or you know what I mean, they're like tick damage, tick, 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 which means the second you're out of range, they're no longer ticking you. Whereas if you're healing, it's still their ticks versus your heals. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would go for the range as opposed to the sustain, personally. This game is only 7 minutes long. Okay. Now, this is a lost fight. We should not engage. You're about to do something called stagger. If you keep going in, you're going to do something called stagger. And you decide to disengage. Well played. You identified the fact that you should not take that fight, which is not so... Oh, and you're taxiing. I like that. I like that a lot. You don't really have to engage in front of your tank. So you're walking, you're fine, but just making sure you are not the first person in the fight. You can literally hold that run by 0.5 of a second and your Orisa would be ahead of you. Okay. You wouldn't have got that punch. Orisa would have taken that punch, and if Orisa gets punched, that's completely fine, especially if she doesn't have to use a cooldown for it. Doomfist wasted punch. Now Orisa can just hard focus him. By the time he gets his next punch, he just fortify it. He's wasted another punch. You see what I'm saying? The Overwatch works in cycles. That's heavily linked to your Orisa's gameplay. Okay. I'm just gonna let it play out. Nice focus for Taurus, but people are already dead. Unfortunate. Now we disengage again. Not your fault. Go straight out. The fight was already lost. Literally just ignore people. You don't have to save everyone. Your team already threw and it was beyond your control. A lot of the time in Lucio, with Lucio, it will be beyond your control, unfortunately. That's a cool skin.
Thank you. That one and the sniper are my favorite.
Yeah. Okay, your wrist is running outside of your line of sight. Once again, that's not really your fault. I wouldn't rush my shots. You probably could have got that one shot, or you probably could have got that one shot off on the Orisa, but realistically, she still would have died. So again, not your fault. Now we just stabilize. I can already tell that your accuracy could do it improving. Your sensitivity looks kind of high. Do you know what
sensitivity matches my matches? I'm able to do it with a lot of my other characters, like Sigma. It's perfect for. I don't know if you can you lower sensitivity for specific people?
Oh yeah. So I'll show you how to do that. Options, change hero, click on a character, and then it also individual sensitivity. So I play on a 1000 DPI. Lucio is 16, because I need to wall ride. But then my Zen is 6. Um, so you can change. You're right. I'm gonna do that again, just so you know. Options, change
I'll just
hero.
follow along.
All heroes is at the bottom, so that will change it for every single character. But then you can click on specific heroes and change the sensitivity.
Okay, very cool. Thank you.
Um, since you don't know that, I already know that you won't know this. If you go to Anna or go to different characters, they all have their own specific hero options here.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I knew that.
okay,
Like,
cool.
I have a whole rebinding for Lucio.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, but
But,
I just didn't know that you could change sensitivity
okay,
per
cool.
hero.
But also, and the reason why I say you might not know this is because you can change Anna's scope sensitivity while zoomed. I have that on 70. I think it starts off on 30. Um, and then similarly, if you
Yeah.
change her scope sense, you go to Widowmaker. That could be different. Like I just have them on the same. My Ash might be different. Yeah, my Ash is on 54. So yeah, just so you
I had
know.
everybody at 100. I'm playing on controller, so you can't really change.
Oh,
the
okay.
I play on console.
Okay, fair, fair, fair. Wait, so you play on console or controller?
I play control. I play on the Xbox.
You play on the Xbox, so you have aim assist.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because obviously, when you play controller on PC, there's no aim assist. So when I hear people say, "Oh, I play controller," that kind of, but if you're playing on Xbox and everyone has aim assist, that's completely fine. Don't be afraid to play with the aim assist strength, the aim assist windows, the aim smoothing. Aim smoothing makes your sensitivity even faster than what it would be if it's just on 100, 100. I know people aim smoothing. I don't think I can show you here because there's no. Oh, so aim smoothing is still a thing on PC. This
Oh
won't
yeah, I
show.
see that.
Yeah. So I
My
would.
aim smoothing is at 100, and my aim easing is on.
So play around with the aim smoothing if you feel like you want to. Um, it will make it faster. It will. I know people that play on zero aim smoothing. I have it on 92 and it's still very noticeable. But yeah, when I played on console, because I played maybe my first 2,000 hours on Overwatch on Xbox. Um, I played on 100, 100, 100 aim assist strength, and then I had the window to like 40. I actually had a very small aim assist window. Um, and then aim smoothing on 92. But again, it's all personal preference.
Okay.
Not many Overwatch coaches will be able to tell you all of those things because not many Overwatch coaches started on console. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a big nade. Once again, you don't have a tank, so this isn't really your fault. You want to follow up. Okay, if you see a freeze like that, alright, so we nade. This is fine. Mercy absolutely came in clutch here. I'm not gonna lie. Cool, we destroyed that. We see a big freeze. We see a big blizzard. And so your target prio for some reason was on the Mei. You healed up the Mei. These people are frozen. They're not gonna shoot your Mei. You get rid of them. Once they're dead, you heal up. Okay?
Okay.
Once they're dead, you heal up. There's no point in. Remember, Mei's heals are Mei's damage is not like she can't wipe out an entire team that's in a blizzard on her own before they unfreeze. So you gotta help with the cleanup. You gotta help with the what's it called? You basically have to help. Is what I'm trying to say. The word escapes my mind, but you have to help before they unfreeze, and then we can focus on healing up. Especially because you have a mercy. Oh my lord. Especially because you have a mercy and it's unrealistic that the mercy's gonna get her Glock out and start shooting things. She'll probably deal with like the Mei heals.
It's been a minute since you played console. There's a lot.
Yeah, true. Console gold must have been 5 years ago or so for me, so. That was poor positioning. You don't need to go to the front to get a nade off, right? Just stay behind your Orisa. The second you see Orisa backing up. You don't want to be in front of her. From here, if you look at it bird's eye, do you follow soccer or anything like that? I don't know.
No, I don't.
Okay, fair. Well, I was just going to say you're offside, meaning you're in front of her. If we were to draw a line between you, you're in front. So what you want to do is hook to the back of her. Save for rotation out. Even if you wanted to back up and then hook around here, just so we pass cover to get behind her, that's fine. But I also don't see a reason why you can't just cut across here, considering that she's fortified.
Okay.
You can treat Orisa like hard cover, just like this wall once she's fortified. Like it's the exact same thing. So yeah, you don't ever need to be in that situation. I can't lie, especially without a nade. That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
You also don't need. What in the world am I witnessing? People just forgetting that there's a hole in the middle of the map.
We it was not a good game for anyone on the team.
Yeah, back up. Oh, no way your mate is actually hard throwing your game. That is crazy. You don't need to walk here. You don't need to walk here. Yeah, so one thing you learn about playing support is just things aren't your fault. Like you have to have the ego of a support player, right? Me personally, if the point is on 97% and I'm Anna, I'm not touching. Like I'm actually just not touching the point. Like I don't know what you want me to do. Like very specific circumstances. If it's 98% and I'm here for whatever reason, then I'll jump on point. I'll get to overtime. Because you know overtime starts if you touch from 97%, it starts. You're guaranteed to get overtime even if you don't contest in the last 2 seconds of it. But yeah, you need to have this ego of a support. You don't want to go out of position just to you know what I mean, reset overtime.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. Because ideally, you hang back, you rely on your team to touch, now all of a sudden we actually have an engagement. As opposed to you touching, you dying, your teammate touching next. You see what I'm saying? There's an order to who touches point and there's an order for how things work. You don't want to ever misposition yourself to just because nobody else is doing it. You don't want to be the proactive one. We don't want to be the proactive one in terms of like pushing forward. You want to be the proactive one in terms of making plays.
If I was still on Lucio, should I have done that?
Lucio can touch 100%. Lucio is one of the higher priority for touching. How it usually works, the people that touch point and the people that stay on cart and stuff, the higher survivability or high mobility. So we're talking about like Tracer. We're talking about Moira's fine to touch technically because she has the sustain to actually, you know what I mean. She can heal herself. Moira can touch. Lucio can touch. If Kiri's close enough, I have no issue with a Kiriko touching and then TPing straight out just to reset the timer. I have absolutely no issue with that.
Okay.
Can Mercy touch if there's enough like? It's not, yeah, it's not ideal, but again I wouldn't mind a Mercy touching if she really had to. The only like Anna in terms of like the order of touching, I yeah like she's above Zen. She's above Zen, I'll give her that. But like yeah, she's second last. She's second last.
Okay. I was really hoping they wouldn't still have Symmetra.
Oh, I just got the email from your PayPal. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you already got it to begin with.
My phone is just. I probably, you know what I mean, but my phone is just a bit crazy at the moment. But once again, you go Lucio. I don't like Lucio. Mercy. One exception of this is if you have a Wrecking Ball or a Hog. Preferably not Hog, but I'm talking about tanks that can survive on their own. Yes, Orisa can, but Orisa gets to a point where, yeah, she lives for 8 seconds, but then needs heals. But I guess the fact that we have a Pharah means that our Mercy can technically hop between everyone. But again, it's not ideal. I don't like seeing Mercy's healing tanks because that's she gets more value from pocketing like an actual DPS. Once again, we play the matchup. Range is going to be super important. You never really need to... Right. Lucio is a long range character the same way he's a short range character. Just keep that in mind. If there's a Torbjorn turret, Lucio is going to be one of the characters that can kill that Torbjorn turret because he has no damage drop off. Do you see what I'm saying? So just treat the enemies like I don't want to say like a Torbjorn turret, but just in terms of actual effective range, just understand, okay, I can shoot a Torbjorn turret from this range. Why can't I shoot the enemies from this range? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes. Best way to describe my Lucio playstyle is kind of like a shotgun.
Yeah, continue. I like this analogy. Where's it going?
I shoot, boop, and I sometimes try to melee it, and I repeat.
Yeah.
I do a lot of diving on Lucio.
Fairs. Right. How I like to...
I'm hearing now that that's not good, so I'll fix that.
How I like to put it is... You should have a close range playstyle, you should have a long range playstyle, and know how to mediate the two. Like, I prefer if you're... Oh, there's a quote, like, it's better to be... what is it? Oh, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war, right? So I need you to be mechanically capable enough to take those duels in the close range, but who says that you have to force those close range duels? Play for long range, make them want to shorten the gap because you're getting so much value from out wide from a long range. You're getting a lot of value from long range that makes them think, oh, we need to come close to him. But then boom, you're also good at close range combat. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you need to be more deceptive. Don't give away all your cards at once. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like the attempt to speed out. It was passive speed, but you had the right idea there. For sure. Oh, that is so cringe. I like how you're backing. You're still backing. I would amp heals on yourself. Don't be afraid to be selfish with the amp usage. I'm very, very selfish with my amp usage. And my Lucio gameplay is actually fairly good. Like I'm not... My Lucio gameplay is my only character where I would be like classed as Grandmaster ability. Do you see what I'm saying? So I would use it very, very... like if I back out, I sustain myself, I can at least force this Symmetra off point by booping her back, whatever, booping her off of point, then backing up, spamming her out, going in, booping her back, you know what I mean?
I don't think I have amp right there.
I think that you did.
Because I believe I used it after speaking Iris out.
No. Look, right. So you had 4 seconds on the amp when you were speeding Iris out. You were passive. Look, see, okay. It's still 2 seconds on the cooldown, right? You were passive speed. It wasn't straight speed, or amp speed, should I say? So Symmetra's a weirdo for hiding in that corner. That's when I would.
I only came back because I saw that.
Yeah. I would have toggled, so I would have definitely amped and then toggled between the speed and the heal, so you got like the best of both worlds, created distance, stayed on heal for the duel. I'm also a Lucio that is completely fine playing on heals for a long period of time. Like if my heals to speed ratio is like 50-50, I personally won't mind, even though a lot of coaches will tell you like go for 70-30 or go for 80-20 favoring speed. But I feel like insert... Yeah?
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, no, but I was just saying, I think based on context, it's fine to have like a 55-45 split or anything like that. But
okay. I usually have about either 60-40 to 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, okay, fair. So this fight... So speed for movement, that's fine. Lucio, a good way to rule people out on Lucio is booping them into corners. It's very easy to track. If you boop them like upwards and into the corner, it's very easy to like follow up on kills there.
Okay.
But that's just like a little
I think I was trying to
interaction.
do it out, and I just had really bad position for it.
No, yeah, nah, don't worry, it's fine. Now your tank's dead, so I would back out. Or if your wall riding was slightly better there, the timing would have been perfect for beeping him off the map, but it's unfortunate. But they have point control here. If they have point control, you probably want a soft reset. And by soft reset, I mean like a full reset is basically grouping up and spawn. Soft reset is, you see how the rest of your team is stabilizing here? Soft reset is grouping up. Your Ash could probably take that angle. You could speed down main, you know what I mean? A soft reset. Your Orisa will be back. The fight is still technically winnable, but we just need this position to stabilize, compose ourselves, and go back out.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to play on the heels either, like I said. Don't be afraid to play on the heels. Wait, so do you jump with LT? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I did that as well. I would have an amp.
At first, I tried. I fucked up my thing completely. Sorry if you don't like language.
Oh no, I don't care. I don't care.
I had it on right bumper.
Yeah.
Not right. I had that on left bumper.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to keep my boop the same.
Oh, okay.
But I switched my boop to right bumper.
Interesting.
And I have my amp at A. Because I can only use it every 12 seconds, and it's a quick switch.
Damn. Okay. So I would have my change song on LB. I would have my jump on LT. I would have my amp on left stick. I would have my boop on right stick because I like the idea of directing it whilst being able to touch it or press it.
Okay.
And then I had melee on RB.
Okay.
That's what.
That's weird.
Yeah. I hit like top 120 on Xbox doing that. So yeah, it worked. It worked. Oh, and this is where you have a lever.
Yeah.
I will also say, a damage leaving basically means nothing. Like, genuinely, damage is the least valuable role. As long as you have 2 healers and a tank, it's always winnable, okay? But yeah. It's obviously not ideal. You probably, the chances of you winning has probably gone down from